Have you ever driven down a street that seemed to have no end, where every house is an exact copy of the last? In 2014, a delivery driver in Ohio entered a suburb that didn't appear on any map. He drove for 6 hours in a straight line. He never passed a single intersection. The porch lights flickered on in perfect unison, but there were no cars in the driveways, no curtains in the windows. His GPS insisted he was in the middle of a lake. Reality insisted he was in a place where the sun never finishes setting. Today we are dissecting the phenomenon of dead rendering zones. I'm going to show you why certain residential areas are designed to collapse the human sense of direction. By the end of this video, you'll know how to identify the signs that you've slipped off the official geographic grid. And you'll understand why, if your Waze goes blank on a tree-lined street, the last thing you should do is stop the car. We've all felt it, a wrong turn in an unfamiliar neighborhood. The silence becomes too heavy. The colors of the houses look artificially saturated. You feel like you're being watched, yet the streets are deserted. That's your survival instinct screaming that the architecture around you is a simulation. You aren't lost in the physical world, you're trapped in a magnetic proximity glitch. Psychology calls this repetitive disorientation. The human brain navigates through visual landmarks, a crooked tree, a dented mailbox. In these neighborhoods, those landmarks are removed. This is the Backrooms Effect applied to urban planning. When symmetry is absolute, the parietal lobe collapses. You lose track of time. Anxiety spikes because your subconscious realizes these houses aren't homes, they are shells, containment structures for what Async calls low proximity. Case 402. The Yonder County Incident. A family vanished during a Sunday drive. Their car was found intact at the end of a dead-end street in a subdivision that never officially opened. The engine was still warm. In the daughter's diary, the final entry read, "The windows at House 12 have faces painted on the glass." Investigators noted that while the neighborhood looked brand new, there was no electrical wiring in the poles. The street lamps glowed on their own, powered by nothing. They didn't find the family. They found only footprints that ended abruptly in the middle of the perfect asphalt. How do you know if you've entered an unmapped sector? Follow the verification protocol. First, the sound test. Turn off the radio. If you don't hear birds, insects, or the hum of transformers, the environment is artificial. Second, the horizon test. Look at the end of the street. In real neighborhoods, there's haze or visual noise. In dead zones, the image is too sharp, like a cardboard cutout. Third, navigation anomalies. Your digital watch begins to count backward or freezes. Time does not flow linearly in liminal spaces. And fourth, zero interaction. Try to touch a plant. If the texture feels like plastic or wax, you are no longer in the Earth's biosphere. It's disturbing to accept that human progress has opened doors to places that shouldn't exist, that the asphalt under your tires might just be the skin of a much larger geographic entity. The fear isn't about getting lost. The fear is being found by what inhabits those empty houses, the thing waiting for you to get out of the car to ask for directions. The next time you're driving at night and your GPS says recalculating over and over, look at the houses around you. If they all have the same yellow light turned on in the upstairs window, do not look back. Because there are neighborhoods that aren't on the map for a reason. They weren't made for us. They were made to keep us inside. And the worst part? I just saw one of those houses in the reflection of your screen. Do you recognize your street?